Okay everybody, great to have you here on the channel again, and as always, I'm your number one crypto enthusiast, LL here, and today we are going to be switching gears and we're going to be talking about DeFi on Avalanche, the blockchain that everybody is talking about right now and everybody's kind of hyping it up because it hasn't really popped out like Solana or Cardano did, and a lot of people seem to believe that Avalanche is the solution for a lot of these scaling problems, etc. And obviously I did already one video about Avalanche where we went through a lot of these upcoming dApps, but it's also important to talk about the existing DeFi ecosystem in Avalanche. So that is why I'm going to be talking about BenQi today, which is an algorithmic liquidity market protocol on Avalanche, aka a lending platform. And you know me, I love my lending platforms because I like to have all my assets lending, staking, or gaining interest all together, or some other value, whatever it's holder drops, airdrops, etc. And the thing is with the normal Avalanche staking is that it has a very long lock-in period, which makes a lot of these lending platforms very ideal options, even though they may not give as high percentage as the staking does. This is why I really prefer using all of these lending platforms, because the unstaking process, or withdrawing your lended amount, is instant after the transaction has gone through. So you're not stuck in to that staking period. Now, obviously, as it says, earn interest on your assets, access liquidity on demand with low fees. Okay, much as I do hold AVAX and kind of like some of the stuff in it, I would never really consider AVAX as a low fee type of a chain because the way that they have constructed things on their C chain especially. And participate on the governing protocol by earning keys. So by lending assets on the platform, you will be getting the key token, which is their native token on the platform. A lot of big strategic investors here: Spartan, Dragonfly Capital, Woodstock. These are some I've turned around many times before. Gameblock Capital, so remind me. But let's jump into the application without further ado. And there's 3 different logins: MetaMask, Coin98, and Coinbase, but we are already logged in with my MetaMask account. So first of all, here you can see the supply and borrow platform, and currently I have 14 AVAX here being supplied on the platform. I'm getting 5.69% interest. I believe the normal staking is around 8%. I don't remember right off the bat, but this APY here is very competitive. Obviously, you might miss out on some airdrops. I remember missing one because I wasn't staking my AVAX. And then there's 2.31% interest on your key. So basically that is a distribution APY. And here you can set up it as a collateral if you want to. I don't, because I'm not borrowing. Borrowing has a lot of different strategies. I recently watched a video where somebody was collateralizing his Ethereum and Bitcoin, and he was loaning USDT, which he was supplying. So there's kind of all types of interesting strategies that you basically can do with these loaning platforms. They are not for the faint-hearted. They are not for normies. You have to really study the things when you're going to be doing these strategies here on the platform. But as the percentages go, this is not half bad, okay? This is not a half bad percentage in my opinion. Now, what are the other tokens that are being on this platform? So obviously it's not just AVAX. You have USDC with 5%. Now, there are many other DeFi platforms that offer higher than 5%, so this is not exactly, killer percentage. But then we have USDT, which has 10%. And that is actually, made out of 2 percentages. They have supply, which is actually 4%, and 6.7% on the key token. And then you have DAI, 4%, Wrap BTC, even over 1% on DeFi setting for Wrap BTC is decent. Then you have Wrapped ETH. And it's interesting that that has increased over the years, or the months, sorry. as the supply shock starts to come to Ethereum, expect higher percentage APYs on a lot of these Ethereums, because I think there's going to be a lot more people who want to lend Ethereum in the future as the price goes up. And then you have Link with a pretty good percentage for a decentralized one. I think this might be actually pretty high. And then you have Key itself, which is sitting at 11 cents as of right now. And then there is obviously the rewards tab. And here you can claim the keys. So I've made this much AVAX on the protocol rewards, and then I have made 4.10 key, which is not really much. I mean, if I were to claim this, the fee would probably be higher. Well, actually not. This is like probably less than 40 cents for me, so I can put that key, claim it, and put it into staking, and that's probably the best thing you can do right now. And then there's the AVAX protocol balance. This is weird that it's not showing the amount that it's staked there. And then there's like bridge links here in case you want to bridge assets. Seller and AVAX bridges are good assets. If you want to bring your wrap BTC and Ethereum into this chain, Avalanche's chain, you can definitely do that. Now, if you want to provide an asset, you just go into back to markets. You choose the asset you want to provide. Here we have the 4 key. And first you have to approve it. So this is only, approval is only done once. So it kind of allows you to change the token around on your wallet. Once that approval has gone through, then you can basically deposit the key into the actual wallet. As you can see, it's pretty fast. It automatically pops out the deposit. So this is for the deposit. This fee usually is costing a bit more. The actual approval fee is always the lowest fee that you can basically get on any of these EVM based chains. And now it has basically deposited the sum here, and we can see, okay, here's 4 key. You got 14.13 AVAX here. And as a last thing before we wrap this up, there's also an option. There's also an option for auto farming. And basically this is compounding your interests on AVAX. So basically what this does is gives you a higher percentage. So this is a compound percentage of 9%. So what the smart contract does in the behind is that they keep claiming the amount and reinvesting it back to the pool. So basically I can put my AVAX into this, and it starts to put me in a higher percentage. This might be a bit more riskier in some aspects, but then again, I think the Yield Yak, if I remember right, they do have an audit on their website. Or maybe they don't. But basically, this is another way for you to increase your existing percentage if you don't like the interest. So this is a compound percentage. I just wonder if this is 9% total or 9% on AVAX. And you're not getting key with this at all. So you're just getting AVAX, to my understanding. So that's how it basically does. And it has reward paid in AVAX, which is wrapped AVAX. So this is another opportunity that you can basically do if you're already using BenQi. But that's kind of my rundown of this DeFi protocol. As I keep saying, bear market is going to be happening sooner or later. And when that does, if you don't want to sell on loss your assets, you have to put them to staking. You have to lend them out, because that's where you're going to be getting some recovery for your losses that you're making during the bear market. Thanks for watching. I will be seeing you guys on the next video, whenever it may be.